For as long as I can remember, my mom hated me. She slipped me sleeping pills when I was 3. At 5, she tried pesticide, but I was tough to kill. By 7, I'd already learned to fight back. If she wouldn't feed me, I'd flip the table so nobody got to eat. If she beat me to the ground, I'd go after her precious son the same way, leave him bruised and crying. That's how things went until I turned 12. Everything changed when my baby sister was born. I was awkwardly trying to help change her diaper when Mom suddenly slammed me against the wall. Her eyes were full of disgust and fear. What were you trying to do to my daughter? I knew it. You're just like that monster of a father. Why didn't you die with him? I held my throbbing head. For the first time, I didn't fight back. I believed her. My whole existence was a mistake. I never should have been born. By the time I limped to Granny's place, it was already dark. She saw how messed up I was, but didn't seem surprised. She grabbed her first aid kit and patched me up like always, then made me a plate of carbonara. Usually I'd eat while swearing I'd get her back tomorrow, but this time I just stared at the food and asked quietly, "Granny, I'm not actually Dad's kid, am I?" She didn't answer, but the disgust that flickered in her eyes told me everything. She stood up abruptly and started wiping the table over and over, right where the first aid kit had been. That's when it hit me. My blood was something they all wanted to stay away from. I was the son of a rapist. No wonder Mom hated me. A wave of nausea hit me. I ran outside and leaned against the fence, gagging. The night air stung the cuts on my face. Before, whenever Mom hit me, I told myself she owed me for every bruise. Someday, I'd make her pay it all back. But now, I couldn't even look her in the eye. I didn't stay at Granny's. She didn't come after me either. I just wandered the streets with nowhere to go. That's when I spotted a family outside a restaurant. They were celebrating someone's birthday, all smiles and laughter. The woman in the middle was probably the mom. She looked so happy that I instinctively stepped back. Last year, on Mom's birthday, she'd smiled just like that, until she saw me. The second I walked in, her smile vanished. Pure disgust replaced it. Back then, we had to write an essay called My Mother. I wrote that Mom was a heartless villain. My teacher dragged me to her office and lectured me for the whole period. I barely heard any of it. All I remembered was her saying, "No mother in this world would ever stop loving her child." I believed her. I saved up money from collecting recyclables and bought Mom a birthday cake. All I wanted was a hug, the same kind she gave my brother, Casper, but her cold expression felt like a knife to the heart. I felt like an idiot, standing there with that stupid cake. Anger took over. When no one was looking, I caught a couple of frogs from the garden and hid them in the cake. I can still remember her scream when they jumped out. Back then, I felt a twisted satisfaction. I thought she didn't deserve to be a mother. I thought she had it coming. But now I knew the truth. I was the one who didn't deserve anything. Just existing had hurt her. As I watched that mom smiling through the restaurant window, I made up my mind. This year, for Mom's birthday, I'd give her a present she'd actually be happy with, one that would set her free for good. I decided to die. Once that thought took hold, my steps felt lighter. I even started planning how to do it without causing trouble. Something clean, with no mess left behind. But before I could go through with it, a patrol officer spotted me and brought me home. Mom answered the door. As it shut behind us, I stared at the floor, unable to meet her eyes. Her voice cut through the air like ice. "Why didn't you just die out there?" I almost snapped back, but I bit my tongue. Still, I couldn't stop myself from asking, "What would you do if I really did die? Would she feel even a little sad? If you've got the guts, go ahead. I'd throw a party." She walked straight into my sibling's room and shut the door. I stood frozen in the living room. After a long time, you can find the full story in my bio. It's free.